India and Sri Lanka have a huge stake in each other's success, stability and development in the Asian region. In his press statement after holding talks with visiting Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the two countries will intensify cooperation in combating terrorism and work together for security and stability in the neighbourhood.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has termed India-Sri Lanka relations as one that touches the hearts of ordinary Indians and Sri Lankans, stressing that the progress of Sri Lanka is important for both the countries, South Asia and the maritime region. The Prime Minister thanked Wickremesinghe for his belief and steadfast support for India-Sri Lanka relations. The Prime Minister said this during a joint statement after holding extensive talks with his Sri Lankan counterpart in New Delhi.
We are deeply honored that you have chosen India as your first overseas destination. It is a happy coincidence that your last full term as Sri Lanka's Prime Minister coincided with the first NDA government. We thank you for your belief in and steadfast support for India-Sri Lanka relations.
On the fishermen's issue, Prime Minister Modi said that both the sides agreed that fishermen's associations on both sides should continue their efforts to find a solution. He added that it should be seen as a humanitarian issue that affects livelihood.
We agreed that fishermen's associations on both sides should continue their efforts to find a solution. I conveyed to him that this should be seen as a humanitarian issue that affects livelihoods. I informed him of the steps we are taking to encourage Indian fishermen to take up deep sea fishing.
Prime Minister also expressed confidence that Sri Lanka will achieve genuine reconciliation and development so that all Sri Lankans, including the Sri Lankan Tamil community, can live a life of equality, justice, peace and dignity in a united Sri Lanka.
We are pleased that the government of Sri Lanka has taken a number of significant steps in recent times. The leadership has shown remarkable political unity at a time of great hope. I am confident that with the wisdom and will of the leadership in Sri Lanka and the support of the people, Sri Lanka will achieve genuine reconciliation and development so that all Sri Lankans, including the Sri Lankan Tamil community, can live a life of equality, justice, peace and dignity in a united Sri Lanka.
4 agreements were exchanged between the two sides. Agreement was exchanged on orbit frequency coordination of satellites for the SAARC region. MOU was exchanged regarding supply of medical equipment. Letters were exchanged on establishment of emergency ambulance services in Sri Lanka, and an MOU was renewed regarding India's grant assistance for implementation of SDP. Earlier, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj called on the visiting Sri Lankan Prime Minister. Wickremesinghe, who was sworn in as Sri Lanka's Prime Minister for the 4th time last month, following his party's victory in the parliamentary polls, is on his first ever official overseas visit to India after assuming office. With Bureau Inputs, Ashok Srivastav's report, DD News.
Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe also thanked India for resettling and reconstruction in the northern and eastern provinces of Sri Lanka.
We have briefed His Excellency and the Foreign Minister on the development in Geneva, a favorable outcome which will lead finally to the settlement of issues regarding human rights, reconciliation, where all Sri Lankans are treated equally. And we certainly look at the past, but together we look at the future. I must thank Your Excellency for the help given by your government in resettling and reconstruction in the northern and the eastern provinces.
BJP Central